Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're focusing on something pretty specific but really important if you're a homeowner in Fair Lawn, New Jersey, or, nearby in Bergen County.
Right. We're talking about siding services.
Exactly. And we're using info from a local company, AvantGarde Construction, based right there in Fair Lawn.
Uh,
Our kind of mission here is just to break down what they offer, give you a clear picture of siding options, and, well, help you make informed choices for your home.
Sounds good. So
Yeah.
AvantGarde Construction, you mentioned they're local to Fair Lawn.
Yep.
And they've got, what, over 10 years under their belt. Plus, they're licensed and insured, which is always key.
Absolutely essential. And they seem to be pretty well regarded, like a top-rated company in the area.
And it's not just siding, right? I think their website mentioned other things, too.
Yeah, exactly. They do roofing, remodeling, gutters, masonry, even outdoor living spaces, so kind of a broader home improvement focus.
Which suggests they probably understand how all the pieces fit together, how siding impacts the whole house structure.
Right. And for listeners maybe not right in Fair Lawn, they cover a decent area, places like Prospect Park, Patterson, Hawthorne, Glenrock, Ridgewood.
Midland Park, Maywood, Saddlebrook, Garfield. Basically, a lot of Bergen County communities. They list a bunch of zip codes, too, like 07410, 07508, 07458, 07663. Quite a few.
So chances are if you're in that general vicinity, they probably serve your area.
Okay, so let's dive into the siding itself. Why is it so important for homeowners, especially around here?
Well, fundamentally, it's your home's armor, isn't it? It protects everything underneath from, rain, snow, wind, sun,
Mm-hmm.
the works.
Uh-huh. A central protection. And let's be honest, it's a huge part of how your house looks. Curb appeal.
Oh, definitely. So AvantGarde offers siding installation. What does that involve?
Well, obviously, they take off the old stuff first.
Yeah.
But then, importantly, they inspect the walls underneath.
That feels like a really crucial step. You don't want to cover up existing problems.
Exactly. They check for damage, make repairs if needed. Then they put up house wrap, that breathable barrier.
Great for moisture control.
Then the new siding goes on, cut precisely, attached properly, plus all the trim work and finishing touches. They talk about combining, looks, durability, and energy efficiency.
That focus on the prep work, the inspection and wrap, sounds key for a good, long-lasting job.
It really is.
Yeah.
And they also do siding repair, which is great because you don't always need a full replacement.
Right. Maybe you've got some storm damage or a few panels are warped or loose.
Yeah, or water damage signs, issues with the trim or fascia that board along the roof edge. They handle that kind of stuff.
And they mentioned color matching, too, which is important if you're just fixing one section.
Definitely. You want it to blend in seamlessly.
Okay, what about the materials themselves? What kind of siding do they work with?
They list several common ones. Vinyl, which is, often chosen for cost and low maintenance.
Pretty popular.
Then there's fiber cement. That's really durable, and it can look a lot like wood. They also work with actual wood for that classic look, but it usually needs more upkeep. And engineered wood, which kind of aims for the wood look, but with maybe better stability.
Interesting.
And they also mention stone and brick veneers, often used for accents to add, a bit of character.
So quite a range of options depending on your budget, what look you want, and how much maintenance you're willing to do.
Exactly. And they do those accent options too, like decorative trim, different panels, custom corners, soffit, fascia work.
Right, the soffit being the underside of the roof overhang. Those details really finish the look.
They really do. Okay, so investing in new siding. What are the actual benefits for the homeowner?
Well, the big ones are enhanced curb appeal, obviously, and potentially increased property value. They mention a return on investment, like maybe 70–80%.
That's pretty significant.
Yeah, and improved energy efficiency. Better insulation properties can mean lower heating and cooling costs, maybe 5–20% savings, they suggest.
Which everyone appreciates.
Plus, you get better protection against moisture and pests getting into your walls, and usually less maintenance than older, worn-out siding, and just a fresh, updated look for your home.
So it's looks, value, comfort, protection. A lot of upsides.
Definitely. So how do you know if you need these services? What are the signs?
Keep an eye out for things like cracked, warped, or loose panels. It's a pretty clear one.
Right.
Also, if the finish is fading badly, peeling, or blistering, or if your energy bills seem to be creeping up for no obvious reason,
Okay.
any signs of moisture inside the house, near the walls, that could be related. Mold or mildew growing on the siding is another flag.
And they mentioned something about painting.
Yeah, if you find yourself needing to repaint your siding really frequently, like every 3 to 5 years,
Mm,
that might mean the siding itself isn't holding up anymore.
gotcha. So lots of visual cues and some less obvious ones like energy bills.
Right. It pays to look closely now and then.
So if someone in the Fair Lawn area sees these signs, why choose Avant-Garde specifically? What do they highlight?
They mentioned experienced installers, a real focus on weatherproofing, which is critical in Jersey with our seasons,
Mm-hmm.
using quality materials, keeping the worksite clean, and, interestingly, owner-supervised projects.
Oh, that's a nice touch. Having the owner involved often means extra accountability.
It can, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, they're fully licensed and insured. They also offer free inspections in
Yeah.
quotes.
Free estimates are always good. It makes it easier to just find out where you stand.
And they say they provide fast inspections in quotes, often same-day response for inquiries.
That's helpful if you think you might have an urgent issue.
Definitely. They also tackle some common questions directly on their site, like what siding works best in Bergen County. They lean towards vinyl, fiber cement, engineered wood, considering cost, upkeep, looks.
Okay, practical advice.
They repeat the signs, replacement is needed, confirm the energy efficiency boost, give a rough timeline like 1-2 weeks for an average home install, weather permitting.
Can they install year-round?
Yes, they say they can install an NJ year-round, just making adjustments for temperature. They also confirm it boosts home value, they handle everything including trim, and that new siding needs pretty minimal maintenance, mostly just cleaning.
Good to know they cover those common concerns.
Yeah, seems thorough.
So if you're listening in Fair Lawn or nearby and you want to reach out to Avant-Garde Construction, how do you do that?
Okay, the phone number is 551-250-9494.
Got it. 551-250-9494.
Their website is avantgardenj.com. That's AvantGardenJ.com.
AvantGardenJ.com.
Okay, they have a physical address, 1245 River Road, Fair Lawn, NJ
Yeah.
07410, and an email, avantgardenjllc@gmail.com.
Perfect. And just to reiterate, they offer those free estimates and quotes.
Right, easy to get started.
So wrapping this up, for homeowners in Fair Lawn and that Bergen County area, looking into professional siding, whether it's repair or replacement from a local expert like Avant-Garde, seems like a smart move.
Yeah, it's about protecting your investment, making it look great, maybe saving some energy.
Great. So maybe take a walk around your house later today. Look at your siding. Are you seeing any of those cracks or warping or fading we talked about?
Mm-hmm.
Thinking proactively about your home's exterior can really save you trouble and, well, enhance your home in the long run. Something to consider.